Today we're going to be breaking down Michael McIntyre's latest stand-up special, his 25th anniversary show. What was good? What was bad? Can it be improved? And was it successful? Let's go. If you're new here, my name's David and we specialise in producing stand-up comedy specials and comedy content online. So this is Michael McIntyre's latest special. It's recently gone up on his YouTube channel, although if you missed it, it was originally broadcast by the BBC back in 2024. Now, the BBC funded the recording of this and then held the licensing to broadcast on BBC One and iPlayer. We'll get onto the numbers behind that at the end of this video. Now, the show was filmed at the London Palladium and the set itself was taken from Michael's magnificent worldwide tour. So what do we have in terms of setup? Well, this was funded by the BBC and produced by Michael McIntyre's own production company, Hungry McBear Media, so we're not going to expect any shoddy quality here. We, of course, have a proper premium production. It's got that classic primetime TV, almost nostalgic feel to it. Now, I grew up watching the likes of Live at the Apollo and Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow. I actually discovered some of my absolute favourite comedians through those shows, and this is a classic mix of heavy spotlight, golden orange lights, and those red curtains. They do take you right back. It's interesting when we look at more modern Netflix specials these days, this kind of lighting and colour mix is very rarely seen. Anyways, let's get into the exciting camera talk for this one. Obviously, we all know Michael's style. It's very animated, very lively, so it's important to have camera setups that capture that. The connection with the audience is also super important, not because Michael does a lot of crowd work, but we often get a lot of repeater lines which go over the top of the audience reaction.
Dog menu! Dog menu! Dog menu!
And so audio is super important as well, and we'll get onto that too. Let's quickly go over the basics of camera setups. We have our main dead center cams, which cover the majority of Michael's performance. What's interesting with Michael is that most comics will have a top half as their kind of base shot, but we tend to see the head to toe shot be used as the base because of Michael's movement and signature performance style. We then have the closer cowboy shot for the punchlines and facial expressions. We do have this really nice moving cam, which looks like it's on a slider. It's more likely going to be on a crane. This looks absolutely amazing, especially the walk-on shot. More on that in a second. The movement of this camera helps match Michael's energy on stage and works really well for the moments where Michael is a little more static. The camera can help keep the energy, and it also works really well to track him as he moves across the stage. Now let's have a look at this slash camera here. This is the kind of 45-degree side-on shot. The main use of these back in the day used to be to keep the comic's face facing the camera if they turn sideways on stage. But a lot of newer comics and production companies use them as just another regular angle. I prefer to try and keep them to their original use, which is what we see in this special, which is always staying on the comic's eye line. We've got lots of amazing wide shots of the audience and the stunning Palladium venue. As an editor, I can see that a lot of these wide cuts have been used to hide continuities, either between two different takes or where parts of the show has been cut to manage a 60-minute broadcast. Now, the audience at home will never notice this, but I think it's clear that this has been recorded at least twice, with each take having a different focus and priority. The first will capture a safe performance from Michael, and the second having all the crowd shots and the star-studded audience. This is obvious by the intro. We have these incredible crowd shots, and then suddenly we join Michael on stage for this incredible walk-on shot. You can see this is a second overdubbed shot as his mouth is not moving when we hear him thanking the audience. There is a chance that Michael's just returned to the stage at the end of the night for a final bow, and then the camera's tracked him on there, and then they've cut that shot at the start of the show. It's all possible. I don't know. I wasn't there, but these are all the kind of things that are done to get the perfect special. Now let's talk about audio. Michael uses a headset mic, and that has become a signature part of his performance. Now, any microphone is essentially an instrument. I play a lot of music, and you can always see the more experienced vocalists by how well they handle the microphone. So when they go for bigger notes or louder projections, you'll see that they'll move the microphone away. And some of the best comedians do this as well. And Michael is a master of sonic performance. For example, we have Michael saying, "I drink it faster."
And I drink it faster.
And you can hear the distortion from the way that he says faster. It's so interesting how this element of performance is always heard, but only noticed subconsciously by the audience. Now, because the headset mic doesn't move, you can't bring the microphone closer to be overly responsive to your voice. So you have to do that yourself in the way that you project and enunciate. I really find this stuff fascinating because it's become a signature part of Michael's performance. And his signature repeater lines demonstrate this perfectly.
Pitch black dog. She calls it pitch black dog. Now, you know I like it pitch black dog. Michael, I do like it pitch black dark. It's now pitch black dark.
So was this special successful? Well, it drew in 5.4 million viewers on the live broadcast and another 1.7 million on iPlayer. Once the BBC's rights to broadcast expired, they were handed back to McIntyre's team, who could then share the special on their own platforms. On YouTube, the special's done over 800,000 views in just a few weeks, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this hit the million mark soon. If you're a comic looking to film your next stand-up special, this is what we do best, so drop us a message for more information.